Subscribe for the very latest.
Play it, Daddy.
Core Room, more than a podcast.
All right, before we get up out of here, man, I want to know, like, what's the definition of a perfect album? Like, what do y'all think? Like, and I want to know if y'all have come across perfect albums, any genre. Like, so what's your definition of a perfect album? Is it really perfect, or it's perfect because of the imperfections of the album?
I would say that what makes it perfect is how everything comes together and meshes very well. Like, you got lyrics or words that matches well with the production. They lay out a perfect soundscape for you to just sit back and take it in. Like, it's when you hear it and it goes, it's supposed to run smooth, where it's like you can let it play and it doesn't have any, it doesn't feel like it's like, disturbs your listening when you listen to it. It's supposed to be smooth all together. Everything's supposed to gel all together, like, so where it's like you listen to perfect harmony in a sense. So it's supposed to I feel it's supposed to take you like on a journey, and you're supposed to go along with that artist on that journey as they're telling you a story or giving you, an insight of their creative atmosphere they're displaying for you to be speakers. That's just my take on it. And so, is there such thing as a perfect album? That's debatable. I mean, it's debatable. Yeah,
I like that definition. Chuck, what you think?
Damn, stole mine. Shit. I think perfect album, if there's such a thing, has to have a level of cohesiveness, storytelling, you should be able to play through it without technically skipping songs. Sonically, it should be forward thinking, yet has a groove to it. And it should be something that stands the test of time, where no matter what era you try to put this album in, it will still stand out. All right, so yeah, that's my definition.
I like those definitions. I think one thing about it, if you're going to say an album is perfect, I believe there's a such thing as a perfect album, because the one thing that y'all missing is that I feel like all those things are correct, but the people have to agree that this album is perfect. It's already hard enough to help. Hey, some people like Pepsi, some people like Coke, some people like churches, some people like Popeyes, right? So in this world, it's already hard enough to have people to agree on anything. But if the people agree that that music is a perfect body of work, and like you go into rooms and there's like nobody giving any type of pushback on this album, it's a perfect album. It's a perfect album. Like, in most circles you go, when everybody gonna say Illmatic is a perfect album. Most
That's
of
hard to argue. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's very true.
you know, but there's just certain albums that like you go most circles they gonna say My Life, Mary J. Blige is a perfect album,
Mm-hmm.
right?
You mean my life? My life?
That's what I said. My Life, yeah. Some people might say 411 is. Some people might say 411 is.
411 was dope. I personally, I mean, 411 was dope. It was really up there. I would definitely say My Life is one of them because everything blended into each other. Even the interludes.
Right.
Everything
because
blended
the
together.
other. So all right. So what are some elements? I don't know if y'all. I know y'all said some things, but what are the elements of a perfect album in any genre?
You can have so you can have interludes, but you don't necessarily have to have interludes to make a perfect album. Like case in point, Purple Rain. Purple Rain didn't have any interludes at all.
I knew it. I was like, when this Purple Rain drop coming? Hey,
I mean,
Hey,
Thriller.
Hey, you felt the raindrops. You felt the raindrops.
That's
whatever.
Here he come.
Whatever.
I saw that cloud
Thriller
cover.
didn't have any. Thriller didn't have any interludes either. Thriller didn't have any interludes at all. So,
But when did interludes didn't really become a thing to the 90s, I don't think.
was it hip hop that brought it into it?
Yes. It was hip hop. It was
Yeah.
it was De La Soul. I think De La Soul brought it in interlude with Prince Paul. With the first album that they did.
Cool.
You know, remember I think that's the album when they did the book. Remember they did the album like boop, you know, it was like a audio book, if you will. And it had the boop, and it was telling a story. Like everybody, because every song you heard that sound. I think that's what it was. I think that's what I could be lying or imagining things, but I think I'm telling the truth.
That's what's up.
But yeah, I think hip hop did bring in the interlude. So, but all right. So you're saying that interludes is something you don't need interludes to make a perfect album. But what other elements are in this album that makes it perfect though?
Yeah. For sure, the production. The music's got to be on point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Production's
got to be. The music's got to be on point for sure. Yeah, it's got to be there. I guess you got to stuff has got to definitely stand out. What you're saying, I'm like case in point, Martin had it. Martin had a dream.
Oh, it's about
yeah.
It's about that.
Backseat freestyle.
Oh, Blacks, yeah, like that. You know, people say that Kendrick has a perfect album. You know, he has 2 perfect albums.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
It's close.
I mean, it is close. I would definitely say, Good Kid, Mad City was. I would say that was a very good display of the whole album, beginning to end, because he was telling the story. He had everything blended all together into that story. The production was like key, on point, everything. So you couldn't. That's like a really good example of how an album's supposed to flow and everything.
Right. So Chuck, what are your elements? Like, what are the elements of this perfect album though? Like, what do you think also should be in it? So you got production. You got like the flow of the album, right? Like, what else you think should be in there?
I think you gotta have probably either combination of great storytelling / messaging within it, or great themes caked into it. You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to have probably a couple bangers on there, like actual like outstanding hits.
You do.
What else? And that's about it for me. I mean, it's just literally, yeah. I'm now like in the mode of trying to think of an actual perfect album outside of the quote unquote the ones we already talked about, like Illmatic or whatever. But I think, like, for example, because I dabble in jazz, just like Miles Davis kind of Blue is probably the most perfect jazz album you can get. Like, it's hard.
Which album was that? Which album was that? Would you say from Miles?
Kind of Blue.
Yeah.
Like, that album is it's tough to beat. But or like who's the Stevie Wonder's album? A Keys in the Minor?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was definitely dope.
That's dope. Yeah, musicality wise, he was cooking. But those, and of course, just has that staying power where, 30 years later, you can put that album on and just like, okay, it still resonates the same. That's something Timberlake keeps talking about when he produces, like, I want to make timeless music, whatever. Like, we talking about Pony being made 10 years before they even put it out because, he was just like, man, like, that's the whole,
still stands.
That's the whole mindset. It still stands. So, that's my element. Yeah, that.
He even added dance moves on the stage and everything too.
Yo,
really?
Yo, that's
dance moves.
But
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you one thing I missing, man, is emotion, man.
Emotion,
man. I think everybody like, you can write the lyrics down, but that emotion that people
connect. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, we gotta resonate.
Yeah, it gotta be like.
Hey, I said Martin had a dream.
See, here you go.
That's not emotion. Is that not emotion?
Nah, I'm talking about like My Life.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, but he does put a lot of emotion into his records though. But you know what album that's perfect? Album that's perfect that I don't think people really talk about like that, or it's not like one of those regular ones. It's Saha the Prince. His first, the joint that that's a perfect. Would you
say that a classic and that's a perfect album?
It's a classic and it's a perfect album, man.
I gotta go back and listen to that again. I haven't.
Yeah,
it's been a minute since I listened to that.
I gotta circle the block on that. Yeah.
It was. I know I remember when I listened to it, it was dope. I gotta go back and listen to it again just to remind myself. It was dope. I mean, I'm not knocking it at all.
Hey, man, we giving that a second win.
We might have to.
Yeah, we probably going to, because I'm trying to like recall now. Like
yeah,
that is a Saha's album is a perfect album. I'm telling y'all, man. I remember that album like it was yesterday. The way it began. Let me see. Here we go. Saha the Prince. No Dope on Sundays. Is a classic album. We talking about from top to bottom. The Amen intro, the No Dope on Sunday song with Pusha T. I mean, this is a perfect album. So I'm sorry. And I mean, I'm just saying that's just my opinion. But
what about Life After Death?
No, it's a classic, but it ain't perfect.
Life After Death.
It ain't perfect
Life After
because
Death?
that
I would take Ready to Die.
I would
close to the perfect.
I would take if on that album. I gotta take that song with Lil Kim off.
I knew you was gonna say that. I
got that song right there with Lil Kim. I could take that
I
off.
knew you was gonna say that.
Then it will be
I knew you
perfect.
was gonna say
It's
that.
still a classic. Don't get
I
it
knew you was
twisted.
gonna
It's still
say
a
that.
classic. It's a classic album.
You
but
know
it ain't
what?
perfect.
It's funny because in an interview, they was interviewing Quincy Jones, and they was talking about Bad. He said
Mhm.
Bad was he said his only problem with Bad he didn't like the song with Mike and Stevie Wonder on there. But listening to that song today, I like it. It fits well.
But you got to take into consideration that I'm sure Quincy Jones drank a lot too prior to that second. Allegedly.
Listen, I know Thriller is the joint,
You know he does.
but I always like Against the Wall better than Thriller.
Man, off the wall.
Thriller.
Yeah, off the wall is.
I like
that.
Bad.
You know how I feel off the wall.
I like Bad. Bad was
Bad is a great album. Actually, that Bad might be a perfect album.
I think Bad was a perfect album.
Bad might be a perfect album. It's what, 8 songs?
I mean,
what's that? How many songs on there?
about 9. It's not. I think it's about 9. About 9. I mean, dude, he did Liberian Girl. Come on, that track by itself was like it was so different. It was really, really different. Like, come on, like that was crazy.
But I would rather. I mean, if I had to pick one or the other, it's going to be Off the Wall to listen to. But yeah, I think Bad might be a perfect album. Sometimes I don't want a perfect album. Sometimes I don't want to listen to a perfect album. Sometimes I want to. For real, I don't.
Yeah.
I want to hear like I don't know. But,
yeah, I think what was the one I was just listening to not too long ago? I think probably What's Going On probably is really close to perfect. Marvin Gaye.
Going on.
He was cooking on it. He was cooking on that.
Hey, side note though, jumping back to the Goody Mop joint because it just came to me. What it is, what it ain't with TLC. We ain't put that on.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was a good one.
But my bad. I digress.
I think you know what, man. I think that Outkast got a couple of like perfect albums, man.
Yeah. You talking about Aquemini and what else?
Southern Playalistic, ATLiens, Aquemini, and Stankonia.
A couple of class. I mean, perfect. That Aquemini is going to be the one that I'm like, yo, that's
yeah. That's
Aquemini for
like,
for sure.
The production on that one.
Well, if you talk about perfect, then yeah, I guess out of all of them, I guess it would probably be, for me, it would be Southern Playalistic and Aquemini for perfect. Like perfect.
Yeah, like I think Aquemini is like the perfect. They did a great. The title of the album represents the whole entire project. Like it matches everything. Trying to think of other one that My Life definitely for me, front to back. Ooh. Anita Baker's Rapture.
Which one? Rapture, Anita Baker? Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
I can see that too.
What we got, like 8 songs?
What we forgetting also from her? Soul Collections.
Yeah,
that was classic too.
Compositions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My bad.
Compositions.
My bad. I don't know why.
But they joined with fairy tales on that. Oh my gosh.
Compositions. I don't know where I got Soul Collections from, but Compositions was perfect. That was
the best that I got. Another low key.
She has some classics, man.
Yo,
classics.
giving you the best of that guy. Composition, rhythm of love,
Yep.
and rapture and songstress.
Yeah.
Bro, that's our whole catalog right there.
Yeah. Anita wasn't playing, dude. She wasn't playing.
Nope.
She wasn't playing. She was not playing.
Nope. Singing our heart on them
She was
songs,
not
man.
playing.
She was pouring her whole.
What got one thing that pissed me off around those times, man, when she put out those albums, when it came time for the Grammys, it's like I felt like they were snubbing her.
Nah,
she didn't get her they were snubbing her because she had some monumental albums. Like she was laying classics down. They were snubbing her, just like they always do.
Hey, real quick, about that Bobby Brown, I think that was perfect.
Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown was perfect.
The one with all them hits on it.
Don't Be Cruel.
Yeah.
Don't Be Cruel. That was perfect. Don't Be Cruel was perfect.
What's that? Teddy Riley?
All of them.
No, that was L.A. Reid and Babyface. That was L.A. Reid and Babyface.
Okay. Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Between Jimmy Jam and L.A. Reid, they done put out some classic joints, man.
Yeah, you got Rhythm Nation.
Yes, they did.
They just saved a lot of
Rhythm
careers.
Nation was perfect.
They saved a lot of careers.
Yeah. Rhythm Nation was definitely perfect, I would think. Dang, man. Their whole little run with Janet was really good. Like her when they took control of her career, like from Control to Rhythm Nation to Janet to the Velvet Rope, they hooked her up with some solid ones, dude. Solid ones, back to back to back. She was coming out like every 5 some odd years and back to back to back to back to back. They hooked her up for real.
Nah, them two, they gave Janet everything. They gave Janet everything. Every great beat that they had, they gave Janet everything. They gave it.
This is sad. This is really sad. It's sad, man.
They
it's
gave
really
it
sad.
I know we bouncing through genres, but All Eyes on Me. Perfect album.
Both discs? Both sets?
Nah.
What song makes it not perfect? What song makes it not perfect?
Let me go through this list. Hold on.
Some people might say
you can listen to the whole. You listen to the whole second disc by us, like straight through. The whole second disc.
That's tough.
Yeah, All Eyes on Me.
It's tough,
Let's see.
I would give you the first disc. I don't know about the.
Yeah, this second disc.
Wait a minute. Can't see me?
The first.
Shorty want to be a thug? Holla at me? You wonder why they call you? What?
Okay, you might be on something with that one, but yeah.
Picture me rolling. Check out that. We gotta go. What? I'd rather be your run the streets.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry.
Did you include House of Men? You include House of Men?
What you mean House of Men? What you mean? You talking about the one that DJ Quick produced?
Yeah.
The Hearts of Men.
Yeah, the DJ Quick produced.
Yeah, Hearts of Men.
Hearts of Men.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Hearts of Men. Man, Hearts of Men with the Richard Pryor sample in there. Yeah, bro. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Listen. Hearts of Men is on this one. Hearts of Men on this one, though.
It is? I thought it was on this too. Okay.
No, Hearts of Men is after Hearts of Men is after No More Pain. Man, I'm sorry. I would say though, I mean, if I had to, one song that I didn't like at first was "What's Your Phone Number."
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that one too much.
It wasn't until I heard Prince, the original song by Prince. Then I was like, you know what? I kind of like this song. I kind of like this song, but that's what makes it not perfect for me.
Correction, it was Morris Day and the Time, even though it was written and produced by Prince. Morris Day and the Time.
Yeah. Cause I know they took the song. They took the song from one of the I think the drummer. I think that's his actual phone number. I think the drummer.
Yeah.
Prince was like, yo, nah, that sound like it. Your song, your phone number sound like a hook. So he took that joint. 777-9311. And everybody was calling.
He said he was getting hit up left and right.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Trying to think. But all right. B.I.G. Against the World. Perfect album? Or just a classic? Because there's a difference.
I think we're just in the classic.
Oh no,
it's a classic.
B.I.G. Against the World is a perfect album, man. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. Okay, we gotta. Well, and then if you're considering it being a classic versus a perfect album, it needs to be up for a second win.
I don't know why we could do that, but y'all want to go back and
this is defining between being a classic album and a perfect album. It's two
world, man.
Different things. Classic and a perfect album. Does it stand up to the test of time right now?
Man, if I should die tonight, so many tears, temptations, young niggas. Oh man, bro, y'all tripping. Lord knows.
Yeah.
Heavy in the Game.
Classic versus being perfect.
Can you get away? Yo, what I'm telling you though is that with all these songs, these songs is all right. Y'all give me one song that's not like that's a throwaway on B.I.G. Against the World. It ain't easy. Old school. Come on, man.
Gotta go for a second one.
I'm just saying we could do that. But all I'm saying is, to me, this is when it comes to hip hop. No skits in this album. No skits. No skits. Okay. I need to know what the throwaway song is on here, but it ain't perfect. But we want to do a second one.
I gotta do it again.
Yeah. Let's run that. Yeah, I'm good.
Let me make sure. Let me update this list here for the second one, so I can.
Wait. But Tino, we ain't gonna put Drake's "Take Care" on there.
Yeah, I can put whatever y'all want to take. Put on there.
I already Drake's.
All right,
good on Drake,
man. I'm good on Drake.
Good on Drake.
We got Me Against the World. I can't believe I gotta listen. You gotta listen to Me Against the World for a second win. Wow.
Yeah. Are we throwing? What about? How do y'all feel about Lupe's
Food and Liquor?
Lasers?
Food and Liquor.
Hell no.
Food and Liquor.
Food and Liquor.
Food and Liquor isn't perfect.
That's damn near close. That might be it.
That's the second one. Cause I gotta say, but I'm gonna say it's a perfect album. I'm gonna say it's a perfect album. I'm gonna say bro.
I gotta listen to it. I know it's a classic. I gotta listen to it, man, again.
Ain't no skips nowhere on that.
Nope.
Ain't no listen. Go.
All right, Food and Liquor.
I say Food and Liquor is already it's a perfect album. I got a couple. I can't wait to get to this 94 bag. of Second Wind. I still, it's a couple of joints. I need.
What about the documentary?
By Game?
By the Game. I forgot about that one.
I know.
Wait a minute. What's going on, Tino? What, Tino?
He's struggling. He's struggling.
Nah.
Yeah.
I do gotta go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
All right.
This might be, yo, you know what?
What's up?
You know what?
What?
I think this might be a new like segment type. Like we could do a whole show on the search for a perfect album.
That'll be dope. Ooh, I got an idea. I got a name for what we should call it though. Trump.
See, here we go. We're doing so well.
Dude, is it not what it is? You're trumping the competition.
We're doing so well, people. We were doing so well. We was having a good old time.
Dude, does it not encompass that? Does it not encompass that? You're trumping
So
it.
you got Me Against the World. Who's the other one? Who's the other one?
Food and Liquor.
The documentary.
Hold on, let me go back here, cause I got two versions of a Second Wind. I got two. All right, so
Wait a minute.
What about Get Rich or Die Trying?
Get Rich or Die Trying's got to be up on there too. How did y'all feel the same? Did y'all feel the same way about the Massacre, the second one?
It's about 50.
I like that album. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Anyway, it wasn't no classic though.
I ain't gonna say. I don't know, man. I don't know. My bad. I don't know.
I think it was a very good follow up. I think it was a very good follow up, but I don't know if it's a classic.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. Oh, dang.
Yo,
50, man. The biggest troll, man. The biggest troll.
He was wild.
Deeper than rap, graffiti, break dancing, DJ and B-boy stance, MCing. I harness those artifacts, collecting data of the transitions like an almanac. Hip-hop ain't dead, these young boys different, adapting. Over time, every day the world's spinning. Let's celebrate the fact we still winning, we global. Kids from the project became moguls. Real track boards to Pro Tools, vinyls, cassettes, and the tape decks, CDs. Now you can stream your music to the consumer direct and get most of the check. I'm noble, and with that, I gotta respect that you ain't gotta accept that you can ride and get left, yo. Bars beyond ground level.